Some lives are lived in silence, not because they have nothing to say, but because no one ever leans in to listen. This story begins on a bitter December morning at a bus stop in downtown Chicago. Commuters huddled in their coats, eyes glued to their phones, breath fogging the icy air. Among them sat Alina, 78 years old, wrapped in a threadbare shawl. Her gloved hands clutched a paper bag filled with returnable bottles. Her face, weathered by decades of survival, held a quiet dignity. Most people just stepped around her, pretending not to see. She was just another old lady on a bench, part of the city's background noise. But Yalon, a 19-year-old college student rushing to his coffee shop job, saw her. He'd walked this route for months, and every day she was there. Same bench, same silent presence. But today was different. As snow began to fall, Alina shivered violently. Her hands shook as she tried to tuck her thin shawl tighter. A bottle slipped from her bag and rolled toward the curb. Yalon stopped. Without a second thought, he picked it up. Then he did something else. He gently offered his own thick, warm winter scarf. "Ma'am," he said, "you look cold." Alina stared at him, stunned. I can't take that. It's just a scarf," he said softly. "And you look like you've earned a little warmth." Tears welled in her eyes. She didn't take it at first, but when he knelt down and wrapped it around her neck himself, she whispered, "Thank you, son." "No one's called me ma'am in years." They sat together as the snow fell. Yolen learned her name was Alina. He learned her husband had died 12 years ago, that her son had moved away and never looked back. She collected bottles to afford her heart medication. She hadn't eaten since yesterday. "I don't want charity," she said firmly, "just not to be invisible." Jalen's chest ached. He thought of his own grandmother, gone too soon, who'd always said, "Kindness is seeing people before they ask to be seen." He ran to the cafe where he worked. 5 minutes later, he was back with a steaming thermos of soup, a sandwich, and 2 hot chocolates. Alina ate slowly, savoring each bite as if it were a precious gift. "Why are you doing this?" she finally asked. "Because someone once told me," Yalon said, "that the world gets lighter when we carry each other's weight, even for just 5 minutes." As the bus arrived, Alina stood up slowly and tried to give him back the scarf. Yalon shook his head. "Keep it, and tomorrow I'll bring you a real coat." Her voice broke as she touched his arm. "You reminded me I'm still here. That's more than soup." The next day, Yalon returned with a coat, new gloves, and a thermos of tea, and he came back the day after that. Soon word spread. A local shop owner started leaving groceries for her. A nurse from a nearby clinic began checking on Elena's health. A neighbor invited her to Sunday dinner. But it all started with one scarf, one pause. One young man who chose to see a person instead of scrolling past. Months later, Alina sat in a warm apartment, its rent subsidized by a community fund that Yalon helped start. On her wall hung a photo, her and Yalon at that same bus stop, snow falling, their bright scarves standing out against the gray. When people asked how her life had changed, she'd smile and say, "A boy didn't just give me a scarf, he gave me back my name." And Yalon, he still walks that same route to work, but now he always carries 2 scarves. Because he learned that true kindness isn't always a grand gesture. It's simply saying, "I see you, you matter. Rest here for a moment, I've got you." And sometimes that single act is more than enough to help rebuild a life. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more content that inspires.